right. This is episode 14 of Everything Hurts podcast. Our guest today was Madison Sinclair, who's sitting right over here. It was a really good time. Are you clapping in death? Resident hot slut Tom Goss is here. Yeah, we had a good time. It's my birthday on Saturday and Tom's birthday on Saturday. We have the same birthday coming up. So for our birthdays, please rate, subscribe, review, all the things, and give us 5 stars for my birthday, please. And
just do it for Nicole's birthday.
Yeah. I'm. He's like, I'm not desperate. Like she is. Do it for my birthday and enjoy this fucking episode with Madison Sinclair.
Everything hurts. Everything hurts. Fucking life sucks. Everything hurts.
Full screen. Let me see.
We were actually talking about your beautiful face a couple episodes ago because I was talking about the Face app and how it looks like your face. It makes everything look like your face.
I was so comforted to know that you did it and it made it look kind of like me, because people keep sending me photos of the Lord of the Rings monsters and stuff that they face apped, and it looks like Madison. And, all these horrible things that makes it look like me. So I'm
Who
glad
are these people?
So I'm glad that the face app just makes it look like me, and not that a pretty person could use it and it would look like me too. It's not I
think it can make. Yeah, I think you can just make anybody's face look like your face.
I hope these people aren't your friends. That's a really cruel thing to do to somebody.
There were so many, they put Danny DeVito in it, and they said, oh, this looks like Madison, and then there was all these, there was 8 different things that they face at, and people were like, oh, it looks like Madison.
Are you one of those people where your social media followers, also hate you?
You mean a woman?
I remember one time, when you and I kind of first became friends, and we took a picture together, and I put it on my Instagram story, and someone I went to high school with was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous you know her. And I didn't realize that, people knew who you were or whatever, and I was like, why? And he was like, I love her, whatever. Anyway, he's dead now, but...
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Car crash, masturbating your photos while driving.
Almost legit spit take.
How did he die?
I have no idea.
No.
I don't know. He was a nice man, though. Anyway.
I was at this Malibu Wines. It was Kiki, the comic.
No.
Anderson.
Yeah, Kiki, and it was her birthday. And this person was like, oh, I want to see what mutuals you have on Instagram. And they were like, oh my God, how do you know this person? And this whole time I was like, I don't know how I know this person. And she was like, oh my God. And she was like, this is my best friend. And she died and she killed herself and stuff. And that's so crazy that you know her. And then the whole time I was like, oh God, because when I first got Instagram, I was just mass following people so they would follow me back. And I was like, I hope it's the situation. Yeah. But then I found out she followed me. I didn't follow her back. I was like, thank God. I'm like, this whole time she's like, we have to figure out how you know her. And I was like, oh God, what if I just followed her for clout?
Oh my God. I feel like there would be some kind of scandal where someone all their they have 10,000 followers, but they're all dead somehow. Someone just hacked a bunch of dead people's accounts and made them follow them.
Have you guys ever done the thing where you have to unfollow a block of dead people that were no longer you followed them when they were alive?
I hold on.
Yeah.
I hold on to those accounts.
It feels disrespectful to unfollow them.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you unfollow?
I mean, at some point you gotta they keep accumulating, which that does show something about me that I tend to connect with people who are dying soon.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know, at a certain point, okay, I pay respect to this person who's dead, so because of that, managers will be like, the ratio. They get it.
How long after someone dies will you unfollow them?
Yeah. Do you wait till the body's cold, Tom?
A couple months ago, I just went through and just you died. It's been it was a weird feeling to be like, all right, that's a good amount of, they're not going to post new shit. I'm not going to, they're not updating.
I feel like I'm not getting any content out of them. Why would I follow them?
Yeah, they're not going dead them in whatever capacity, whatever you believe them is gonna be whoa, what the fuck, man? I follow you still. It's I guess it's fucked up. I don't know.
I hope someone runs my account after I die for like a few years, and I want them to post just like all the pictures. I'm like, that's too slutty for social media. I feel like I should be like a whore account after.
Gain more followers. Yeah.
It's just my nudes for some reason.
I mean,
Instagram shadow. Dude, breaking
giving
story.
back.
Instagram shadow bans. Dead sluts. Is it right? Is it wrong?
we were talking about Jesse Velasquez earlier. Wasn't it him that was his like brother died and he started like, but his computer was still logged into his brother's like Facebook account, and he started like replying to his brother's like messages or replying messages like, "Hey man, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah."
Pretty funny.
No, I'd want people to prank the shit out of people with my dead account. That'd be cool.
It's a nice thing to do to people who are actually grieving. You
I
know?
want people to prank people with my dead body.
Want them to like weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
One time, my dad was like, "Yeah, if I ever get too like fucked up, you know, just like get a catapult." I was like,
You're like 5 years old.
this is like a couple years ago.
Like mentally
yeah.
fucked up. Like
Yeah, he's like, if I don't have the power by like literally put me in a catapult and do something fun, like towards the sun. I don't want to just be walking around fucking not
Catapult him into a
remembering what
schoolyard.
bread is. Like, yeah. Which I respect.
Did you guys ever pull a lot of pranks like when you were younger?
I'm trying to think.
You seem like a prank puller.
like a prank person.
You seem like a prank puller. I don't know.
I don't think I ever did. I was like very weird growing up. I had like a speech impediment.
Yeah, well,
So it
prank
was
pullers are weird. What was your speech impediment?
My R sounded like W's. I had the guy who just,
Josh Martin.
Yeah,
Josh
I
Martin.
had the same speech impediment as him, and it's like one of the hardest ones to get over. That's why like Barbara Walters still talks like that.
How'd you get rid of it?
Like literally 15 years of speech therapy almost every day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
We'll be proud of you.
It was like, I'm so glad I don't talk like that, because it would be like, I feel like I would attract the creepiest people
my God,
if I
yes.
was like a girl who
Oh,
like
yes.
talks like a baby.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I was like,
Did you ever encounter people that were into it?
there's been plenty of people that I've told them like I talked like that, and they were like, oh, I wish you still talk like that.
Oh my god.
I think Theo Vaughn was one of them. He's like, that would have been hot. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that.
See, this is why you don't date men anymore. That's Oh my god. I was talking with some friends the other day about like sex deal breakers or whatever, and like me and another woman were talking about like what ours were, and then like our friend Pat, who was actually on the last episode, he was like, I don't think there's any sex deal breakers for me. Like I can't think of one that like if sex was on the table that I would like whatever. And but I feel like baby talk would probably be one of them.
I'd hope so.
But I actually said, what if she had Josh Martin's exact voice? I think that's exactly what I said. He was like, oh yeah, I guess that's one. Yeah.
He was just saying that though to move on. He
Yeah,
didn't mean it.
yeah, he's like,
It was not a deal breaker for real.
do you guys have any deal breakers? Would baby talk be a deal breaker if she started talking like
it's almost all a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, everything's a sex deal breaker for you.
It's very hard for me to get to that point. I mean, before the girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if they didn't like have a head or something. That would be a deal
You wouldn't
breaker
be
for me.
into that?
No headless
I
women?
want women with heads
Yeah.
attached to them.
Sexist.
That's ableist.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Alive, like that's important.
Yeah.
I've sworn off dead women.
What about hair?
Hair? I did whatever.
You fuck with the alopecia?
I don't like if she's dope, then I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I've never been like, oh, I want to come in your hair. Like that's not the attract. Like I've never,
I've never thought that either.
There's a great moment on every episode where we all get silent and Tom just keeps talking. And it just always goes somewhere hilarious.
I can always keep going, but I can feel the energy in the room kind of just like
I love
click
it.
a little bit. in a direction that I can sense it. I can sense it. But I will keep talking, you know.
No, the reason we were talking about this because we were talking about how DJ Khaled doesn't eat pussy, and that came from talking about which we've talked is T.I. In his song No Mediocre talking about not wanting a bush. Like basically saying that if you have pubic hair, then you won't get no dick, you know?
Oh, by the way, you know T.I.'s doing comedy now?
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
Like my friend Sean's been like hanging out with him all the time. And he's like, oh, I'm just hanging out with T.I. Like,
Have you seen him do comedy?
No, I haven't.
I want to know if he's good. I mean, I highly doubt it.
He's new. It's like no, like,
I mean, like
it's not on him. It's not doesn't mean he's not funny, but
good
he's
for a
new.
new person.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you're a performer, you've got to be like good for a new person. But
He's probably definitely got the performance.
like Blake
chops.
Griffin is pretty good for like when I saw him go up, like he was pretty good for like a new comic or whatever.
I thought he should quit basketball. just do comedy.
The problem is there's just so much confidence. Like, so I have a friend who was texting with Leonardo DiCaprio one time and he was telling her that he wanted to do stand-up comedy. And he was like, yeah, I feel like if I just got up there and like riffed, then I would like, you know, I'd kill because like, I'm just funny. Like, you know, I just go up there and wing it. And I was like, I hate everything about what he just said right now. And then he invited her to dinner and then she was like, it was like right at the beginning of the pandemic, and she's like, well, how many people are going to be there, and like, are there going to be masks? And he said, no masks, only models. So now I hate Leonardo DiCaprio.
You know what? It's actually refreshing that he's exactly who I thought he was.
Yeah.
It would be weird if he was like, no, I'm doing it for the troops. Like, yeah, like, of course that's who he's doing it for. Of course it's curated for his, like...
What a weird thing to say, that no masks, only models.
Yeah.
I should make that a t-shirt.
I love that though, because he's all bloated now and red-faced, and like he's dude, he rules. Just his gut hanging out of a Hawaiian shirt.
He's not attractive anymore.
He's just acting like young Leo still. Oh,
But-
it's so pathetic.
But
I
I'm
love
sure
it.
they still treat him like young Leo. Like, I'm sure he still fucks models and stuff because...
Well, he's still the heartthrob in the fucking Bad Boat. Like, people still, like, he's
Did you
still
say the
known.
heartthrob of the bad boat?
The heartthrob on the... He was
On the Bad
the
Boat.
fuck...
Titanic is what
He
he's
was
trying
the
to
fuck
say.
meat on Titanic.
Yeah, the bad boat is the Titanic to Tom. What do you call the Twin Towers?
The down buildings?
The bad boat.
I'm sorry, was it a good boat?
The boat was. I think the iceberg was more the problem. You're victim blaming.
Yeah, fuck that
Yeah, it
boat.
wasn't
I don't
the
give a
boat
shit.
that was bad. I mean, I guess a good boat would have hit the iceberg and the iceberg would have gone down.
Well, that's how they framed the boat. They were like, it's unfucking sinkable. That's why they were so arrogant where they saw a, like, Rhode Island-shaped iceberg and went, fuck it, we're good. Like,
yeah,
it is on the people who were driving the boat.
I agree.
For
Fuck
being that
the
arrogant.
Titanic and all those people.
Like, I wouldn't say fuck all the people on the boat. I'd say fuck the people who thought it was unsinkable and we're like, yeah, we can't see 9 feet in front of us. Let's fucking go through an ice minefield. I think that is on the people who are driving it.
Did you recently watch Titanic or
No,
something?
no.
It's on your mind.
We came up, we were talking about Leonardo DiCaprio.
The bad boat.
I always have thoughts, Brian. I just don't always articulate them. This isn't new.
I've never seen Titanic. People make fun. I've only seen like 20 movies.
It's not worth
It's
it. Like, here's what it's like. What if a rich girl fucked a poor dude, and then they drew, and then it was sad because she didn't share a door. Like, that is the entire movie, and they're just like, there's diamonds and excavation. I'm like, no, it's the same fucking Hollywood bullshit you see in any other like romance movie.
Plus Kate Winslet's tits.
That part's like she's beautiful, but like I don't. Fuck it. We have the internet. Like, I don't need to sit through 4 hours of fucking old rich blah, blah, blah to see some redheaded titties. Like, they're better. Why am I so passionate right now?
Such a hard line you're trying.
What's your least favorite movie and why?
I think Titanic, right?
No. I think
no.
it was fucking, what was it? I mean,
I've seen him go on a much longer rant about Casper the Friendly Ghost. So,
which I'm more pro Casper than I am Titanic.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, I think it was called Facing the Giants. It was like a football movie, but it was all about how Jesus helped them win football. And it
I
was
feel like
just
that's probably
exhausting.
every football movie.
Yeah. Well, no. Remember, the Titans was about how if you let different races play football, then that's your new god. You can defeat other teams by integrating.
I just can't believe I haven't seen any of these movies, but I've seen Daddy's Home too.
I've never heard of what's Daddy's Home.
It's like with
Telltale.
Mel Gibson.
Okay.
Oh, huge fan.
After everything happened.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's about how like Will Ferrell's in it, but it's not good. I'm trying to remember. It's like they like, it's like their parents are in town, I think. I don't know. I don't even remember what happened in it. It's just really horribly cut. Like, it just seems like they filmed a bunch of movies, and it has, like, music video cuts in between. Like, there's, like weird mirage things. Like, they're trying to edit it into one cohesive storyline.
Uh-huh.
But it's, like, they either missed footage, or they just, like, filmed random stuff and then tried to make a storyline after the fact. Like, there wasn't a script almost.
Did you see it on a plane?
No.
Dates?
I went, yeah.
How do you choose which 20 movies that you watch?
I think I just like whenever I'm like dating someone and they're like, oh, I want to go see a movie, and that's a movie they want to see. I've also seen Dear Evan Hansen, but I haven't seen The Godfather.
You saw Dear what?
Dear Evan Hansen.
It's like the musical about the kid who committed suicide, right?
Yeah, well, like this guy committed suicide, I think, and then he pretended to be friends with him to be popular. Because then everyone was like, oh my God, this guy died. And then he like pretended to be his friend because he was like, it was cool that he died.
Yeah.
And then he like memorialized him and everything. And then they found out like they didn't even know each other.
Sure.
It's a weird concept for a musical, but also there's like singing in the middle of it.
Wait, that's a musical? I didn't
Yeah.
hear that
Yeah.
part. Oh
It's
my
a
God,
musical.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, in the movie, they cast the original guy who was in the theater production. So he's like 47
And
playing
he's
a
playing
high
this,
schooler.
yeah, 16-year-old.
And they just like don't address it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a song about Zoloft in there for like no reason.
Is it about how you can't come? 'Cause-
I can't think of a word that has less musicality to it than Zoloft.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was that movie where Adam Sandler's like an Israeli agent.
That's a great movie. Though.
Don't mess with the Zoloft.
I feel like I was like that with music for a while, where like the only like my music taste just had to do with like whoever I was dating, like what they showed me.
Oh, yeah.
And so like I went through like a time where like, because I dated one guy and then another guy, I was like, yeah, I like country music and Metallica's first album, and that's it.
So like, what's a good movie you've seen?
Or movie you like.
I liked Pulp Fiction. That was like one of the, I feel like the traditionally good movies
Yeah.
that I saw, and I was like, okay, I get why people like this.
You're not bullshitting. You really have not seen many movies.
Have you seen There Will Be Blood? Because I feel like every dude is stoked to show every
never seen
woman
it.
There Will Be Blood. Is that your favorite movie?
That's one of my
A
favorite
fucking
movies.
course it is. It's
Never seen
every
it.
like it's every guy I've ever had a crush on's favorite movie.
It's the best
Which
fucking
probably
movie.
just says something about the guys I have a crush on. But
Yeah. Is it about blood?
No,
What
it's
is it
about
about?
oil.
Oil? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's about, a guy striking it rich in oil.
Yeah, someone said something about the milk, I drink your milkshake or whatever, and I just like looked at them and they're like, you don't know what that is? And I'm like, no, I have no idea what that is. But also, I feel like I think some people
Missy
are like,
Elliott.
you know, it's another
no, I think you're thinking of Kellis.
Huh?
Kellis, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
That was Missy Elliott.
No, it's Kellis.
No.
It's
Yeah.
Kellis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Missy Elliott.
Nope.
I like that you're like gonna look it up.
I was going like,
People are telling you you're wrong.
yeah,
You're
no,
like, no.
the
so
fact
upset
that
by this
both
news.
of you are like, it's not Missy Elliott makes me go, I must be wrong, but I feel like I
It's
just,
verified. They're right.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's Kellis, yeah.
I had no clue, though.
I feel like broken
I'm sorry.
for like, since I was like 12, I thought that was Missy Elliott.
Do we just dash all your hopes and dreams?
So
I
sorry.
feel like it doesn't matter,
So
but I was
is-
just like,
is
wow,
this
I really
reality
can't
as you
rely
know
on
it?
my memory.
It's okay. But you know, that we are gonna make you dance to that song later, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom is our podcast eye candy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw the last time you had your shirt off.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I'm just saying that.
I ordered him a tank top. Hopefully it comes by next episode. Will you wear it?
Is it mesh?
It's a tank top that says "Daddy's little slut."
Oh, okay.
For Tom's own sanity, there is a Missy Elliott milkshake song.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Missy Elliott has a song called My Milkshake.
Is it the one where she brings the boys to the yard?
No.
No.
Okay.
What the lyrics?
The chorus says, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard."
Wait, what?
Okay,
you
wait,
gaslighters.
Wait, no, I feel like we are being gaslit.
I mean, the internet will verify anything you ask it. So I don't know.
No, okay.
Maybe
wait.
she
Is
covered
this a
it.
Mandela effect?
Maybe she covered it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You cover rap?
I don't know.
I think you can.
I guess.
I don't fucking know.
Missy Elliott, Kellis, and Ciara are all on it.
Okay. So it was like
Okay.
they feature them on it.
So everybody's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't that feel bad?
I'm Team Missy.
Everybody's right.
Yeah.
You need somebody
It
to
does.
lose.
No. No, yeah.
Better than yeah. Okay. I feel less.
Yeah, you're no longer
Insane.
broken.
The
Yeah.
movie I did just watch was I actually watched King Richard.
How was it?
yesterday.
How was it?
I will say I think it was basically a guy just taking credit for how great all the women in his family are. Like
That's kind of what it looked like.
it should have been named anything but after him. Like it could have been named after his wife, his daughters, like anybody but him. And he's
Isn't that an ironic title though? Isn't that the point?
I don't
That
think
he kind
so.
of fancies himself a king,
Maybe.
but actually his daughters are the queens.
I don't know, because they like it. The movie like was pretty reverent toward. Well, no, it did also make him look like kind of an idiot, but like it was very much like, oh, like he said it basically like he played like a chessboard. Like he's the reason all this happened. Like he told Serena like Venus is gonna be the number one in the world, but you're going to be the greatest of all time, and that's why I'm making you live in her shadow. It was like it basically made it like he played his family like a chessboard to be a certain way or whatever. But I think it was just like a very narcissistic man who like is taking credit for just having like incredible women in his family.
I wonder how Will Smith could get in character for that.
Yeah, no, well, after watching it, I'm like, oh, I think maybe he got too far into character, because it literally, like, it pretty much seemed like the role he was playing at the Oscars was King Richard. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you guys want ice cream?
Do we want ice cream? Oh, there's an ice cream.
24/7.
I can't believe ice
2 a.m.
That's
I
all right,
swear to God.
It's probably not selling ice cream then.
See, this is literally a bit I do. Everybody says that to me, but it's straight up ice cream
Have
at
you
2
tried?
a.m.
Have you
Yes.
said been like, hey?
No, there's kids out there. It's like Brooklyn out here. It's like, where those kids are just out 24/7.
Yeah.
There's kids getting ice cream at 2 a.m.
Yeah, there's people selling clothes outside at the house.
Yeah, on
That,
the
like,
fences.
That's crazy.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know ice cream trucks still existed.
I got a bootleg
I know
cart.
a couple ice cream truck owners.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And they
I'm
just
sure you
sell
do.
ice cream?
What?
That seems like something you would inherit when your parents die.
I am written into. I'm going to be in Will's will to inherit the van when he dies, and
Yes.
I will maybe wait longer to unfollow him on Instagram.
You're unfollowing Will on Instagram? Oh, when he dies.
When-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Will is the guy who drove us around in a van when we were on tour, and every time they've been on tour, he's a good guy. I could see you owning that van, living that van life.
Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome. What would you do with it? Would you just like go around sleeping in it, or would you would you transform it into something?
An apartment. It's a big
You
van.
would live in it. You would live in the
Yeah.
van.
You'd be a vanner.
Yeah.
I went on a date with a vanner once, and I was like, "Oh, what part of town do you live in?" And he's like, "Around."
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean?
Was that a deal breaker when you found out he lived in his van?
Depends on street cleaning was his answer. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Did you get in the van?
Oh, he was like very proud to show me it, and he's like, "Oh, I want to show you my van," but then I realized it was like, this is me going back to his place.
Yeah, I would not get in a van.
But he was like very excited. he just converted it. And I was like, "How do you?" I had so many
Well, I'm
questions.
sure if he was going to kill you in the van, he'd be very excited to show you the van too.
If he's living in it, he wouldn't kill her there. That's too much evidence. You don't sleep where you eat.
Yeah, but he could just.
I mean, that's That's what Brian Laundrie did.
Who?
Brian Laundrie.
He got away with it technically.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he.
Brian Laundrie?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like the
you
murder
were
mystery of the
Gabby-
summer last
Yeah.
year.
The Gabby Petito.
They decided to live in a van and like travel.
These all sound like bad knockoff chips.
Gabby
I don't
Petitos.
yeah.
Gabby Petito was this girl who her and her boyfriend like traveled around in a van, and she ended up like being like missing, and then they found like her dead body or whatever. But did they never? They never pinned him as the killer.
Well, he died too. They found his dead body too.
Wait,
Well, he
they
killed
did?
himself. Yeah.
Oh, he killed himself
He killed
in the
himself,
swamp.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
some dirty laundry. Please kill me. I'm sorry.
But they assume it was him, right?
Yeah, like he killed her, and then I guess now the family's being sued because the family helped cover it up. So I think he like went back to his family and said, "Hey, like I killed this
Oh,
girl."
his family helped cover it
Yeah.
up, not her family.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how much would she suck if her own family was covering up their daughter's murder?
See, people were so obsessed with the case, and I was obsessed with it for like a day, and then obviously just never followed up because I had no idea what happened.
I did ask my mom. I said, if I murdered someone, would you cover for me like Brian Laundrie? And she said she would if it was a woman or a kid. No, she said she'd turn me in the police immediately. But if it was a guy and he was like a bad guy, like he was a pedophile or something, she said then she would cover for me. So it's like a very specific situation.
Yeah, I don't want those caveats. I want straight up have my back.
I
Mom.
know.
But
I'm
Mom,
like, I thought
why
love
are
was
you ride or
unconditional.
die?
You know what I mean?
Would you cover it up for your mom?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you're making your mom look like a real bitch right now. She'd do it for you.
I'm like, wow, you're turning me into the police.
That's how guys used to say I love you. Is if you kill somebody, I'd help you bury the body.
Yeah.
That's like the
That
guy
is
I love
that
you.
is yeah, that is
Like
I
to
love
their
you, yeah.
girlfriends? Or
No, to other guys.
Oh,
That's
to
how
other
you tell
guys.
your guy
Okay.
friend you
Because if a
love him.
guy said that to me, I'd be like,
It's just random. Like, wow, this
Now
is a
I'm-
weird third date. I'm enjoying
now
the
I'm scared.
asparagus.
Now I'm scared because I know you're okay with hiding dead bodies. And
Then let people know they love each other, like very graphic. Like when they say they love like their babies, they'll say like, "I'll take a bullet for my baby."
Yeah,
Stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Just like
it has to be very
Yeah,
violent.
I would douse myself in gasoline and burn myself to death for that baby.
I would run myself over with a fucking van.
yeah. Well, I mean, let's not pretend that. I mean, every grandmother I've ever been around is like, "I will eat you alive" when they're telling a baby it's cute.
Grandmothers
I
are
will eat your
violent
arm.
as hell. My grandma used to tell us she was like, "I'm gonna hang you by your toes and beat the poop out of you."
Yes.
That was her go-to threat. She was gonna hang us by
My
her
grandmother
toes.
used to bite babies. Like, I swear to God, like she would. I don't remember because I was a baby, but she would bite my foot, and then I'd cry, and my dad would go, "Ma, stop biting him," and she would go, "I just want to see if he could cry."
Oh my God.
I thought you meant just like babies that she didn't know.
I'm sure she was biting all of them. I don't know what's weirder. I feel like,
I think
Guys'
we're gonna bite
grandmas
random
sound like
babies.
yeah, I think so.
women I've dated.
His grandma sounds like women. You do.
yeah.
Just want to see if he can
Did
cry.
your grandma ever punch an Uber driver and then twerk on the hood?
She predates Uber, but yeah, she did marry a taxi cab driver.
Really? Did she meet them when she was in the back of their taxi?
I like to consider myself an unemployed taxi driver, by the way. So that's still.
Yeah, her husband was a taxi cab driver, and he always told me, he was like, if you ever drive a cab, there's a guy down in Portland, Maine, the old port, who will pay you $5 to spank on the ass. And he's like, and you can spank him for this. I was like a kid. My grandfather would tell me this shit.
Wait, he will pay you $5 to spank him on
Yeah,
the
my
ass?
grandfather would drive down to the old port, and he would spank a guy.
How often could you drive by?
You had to catch him. It was the old days.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to catch him on the street. Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to get rich. I'm just going to drive by like 20 times a day.
Yeah,
give
you
him
just
a little spank.
spank a guy 40 times, you make $200.
What's the weirdest thing someone's offered you money to do? Because I feel like we get weird DMs.
Go on tour in a chastity belt. It was like
yeah.
300,
Well, that
yeah.
wasn't that something just Keith offered you?
No, a lot of people threw into the pool.
Why?
It was-
Because you're always
And you didn't
fucking
do
on
it.
tour?
No, just because people find it funny to do things to my body. I don't know. It wasn't my idea, but yeah, it was Keith's idea. Then I think at one point, I think the pot was like, I thought it was at $400. Keith was like, no, it was at like $700. So I was like, oh fuck.
And you didn't take it?
No, I didn't want to, like, you know how you were on that tour. Could you
Yeah.
imagine how uncomfortable I would have been if my dick was in a cage the entire Like, I'm already a grouchy old man in general.
I don't know. I've never had my dick in a cage, so
Which is
can't
healthy.
cage this dick.
What does a chassis belt look like for a dude?
I think
mean-
that there's options, maybe, right?
There's options.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't know.
I don't know if there's any soft options.
I'm all fucked about my genitals to begin with. I don't want to have to like deal with the existential crisis of being a comedian on the road in a pandemic while my dick is also in a cage.
Are
I
you?
ran out of
is that
breath
a face like
saying
I would
that.
put my dick in this?
I was just saying, I think you're being a little dramatic. I don't think it would have been that bad.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a muzzle,
Not that
like
bad.
a dog.
Yeah, it looks like a
muzzle.
dog muzzle. Exactly.
Yeah.
Part of it is the idea of like if there was a situation where I needed it off, I didn't trust us to be able to keep the keys. Like if I start freaking out or something, like I want to be able to get it off.
Why would you
How-
need it off?
How do you pee in a chastity belt is my question.
I think you have to sit down. When I looked it up, you have to like just sit down and do it because it like I almost called the dick the tube. It like points the dick down, so you just sit.
I don't know why men don't sit when they pee anyway. It's much more comfortable.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy. I'm old. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have nothing to prove anymore. You
Good
just
for you,
stand up
Brian.
and pee.
I never got that. Like I feel like that was always like, oh, you sit when you pee. Like that was like calling a guy like girly or whatever. But like, why wouldn't you sit when you pee? You can look at your phone and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I've never thought about urinating positions.
You stand up?
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys stand up because they're worried they'll just start beating off if they sit
If they
down.
sit down.
Now the whole day's
They're like,
gone.
well, it's out. I'm here.
It's pretty funny.
Someone sent me a weird DM and they were like, I want you to torture my penis while I watch the Smurfs. And then they said, I'm going to prison for a long time for cocaine. And then at first, like that, you could just say that. But then he sent me like a screenshot of his booking of like everything he's getting booked for. And it was like
You wouldn't believe him unless
Yeah.
he showed you official
So
documentation.
Yeah.
before
Like,
he went to prison, he wanted you to torture his penis while he
Yeah.
watched the Smurfs.
And then I didn't respond. And
Did he want you to paint his dick blue?
I don't know. Or
Oh,
I guess
you
beat
didn't
it blue.
respond. Okay.
Yeah.
I would
So
need more
torturing him.
detail. I'd be like, what exactly do you want from me?
it's just you showing him his dick in the face. I'd be like, you look like an orc. Look like Harvey Weinstein over.
No, I just want to put a bunch of different things on the face app, and that might be the cover for this episode. It's just me turning something into you.
It's called yassifying apparently.
Yassifying?
Yeah.
That putting something in
To
the
the
face
face
app.
app. Yeah, it's the yassification of something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I would think making that would be like making it gayer.
It kind of is.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that.
Because it's just like, it's like almost like drag. Because I guess how I do my makeup is like low key drag. So maybe that's, I don't know. Why it looks more like me? I don't know.
No, I think it's just like the what your face is supposed to look like. Maybe I don't know, like symmetry. There's a lot of symmetry, right? I don't know. I was talking about how like I put that app on my face and it was like, oh, I didn't even know that there was stuff wrong with my face that now I know is wrong with my face. It just like made my lips bigger and my nose thinner and my eyes bigger, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that those were all the things that I needed to do. But,
I don't think you need to do those things.
thanks, Tom.
I think that's you just like folding into the peer pressure.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
your phone.
Yeah.
It is funny. I played with Face App with my girlfriend, and the difference between I'm like, oh, look how crazy I look too. Oh God, like the anxiety in her face when she was looking at Face App, like the way we processed it. Like,
Yeah.
it was so different.
Yeah, it's the difference you see in it is like you're like, oh fuck, that's what I could look like if I,
Yeah.
or am I supposed to look like this? Am I like whatever? But yeah, I feel like men don't look at it that way. They're not like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to look like. They're like, oh, this is crazy
Yeah, I'm
because
like,
it doesn't
oh,
look
this
like
is me as a gay guy.
Well, when you did it, because I didn't even. I think they just made the male ones. I don't think there was a male one before. I think they just did that. So like, I think
Yeah, yeah.
you could do it with like the Like it would make your face look like her face.
It gives me the square jaw, and it makes my eyes. It just makes you like an Aryan.
Like
It's really what it does. It makes you just look like a German Nazi boy.
It's What's the name of that? The Final Solution.
Yeah. Final Face app.
Yeah.
yeah, that app ruined my life. I would not.
That's why I haven't used it. Like, that's the thing is, like, I don't even fucking want to introduce those thoughts into my head.
Yeah.
I don't want confirmation. I already know I have a fucked up face. I don't want digital proof of it.
There's like things that I just cannot stop staring at about myself now because it's the stuff it got rid of, namely this like deep forehead wrinkle that it just gets rid of, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was there, and now it's all I can look at when I look at my face.
It's not like literally like you digging your finger into your forehead made it. Yeah. That's what made it noticeable. Is you literally like.
But if you do get one, fix it.
Well, I've thought about getting Botox.
So my mom goes and gets like there's like this place that she goes to. I actually got my lips done at this place where like a bunch of celebrities go, and it's supposed to be like really revered, and I like paid all this money to do it, and then I went like after the pandemic, I went there and like to the place my mom goes in Orlando, and she looked at my lips and she goes, because I went to go like get them refilled, and she's like, I have to dissolve all of this. This is dangerous. She fucked up my lips in the way that it could have like went to my bloodstream.
Oh no.
And she's like a really popular person, and she's like, no, she fucked these up. And then I got them done properly, and I found out she did fuck them up. Like she took like 10 minutes to do my lips. It takes an hour to do it. Like someone properly did it, and it looked completely different. My mom's always like, this girl's really conservative. She doesn't do a lot. She goes, I just go in there and say, do whatever you want to do. Like, and let me know if you could do anything, what would you do? And she usually is like, sometimes like, I won't do anything. I think you look great. So I did that. And I'm like, all right, what would you do to my face? You could do anything. And she came back with $6,000 worth of things she wanted to do to my face. Like she went and she printed things out, like when you go to the mechanic, of like everything that she wanted me to do.
Oh my God. Did you pull out the face app and be like, bitch, I have the face. I have the face app face. What are you talking about?
So I was like, let's do a couple of these things. And in my head, I'm like, I don't think that it looked that different. Like I was like, I look just the same as I did then. And then they featured me on the plastic surgery
as a before
website.
After.
Yeah, they were like,
boy.
this is her before, this is her after. And I was like, oh my God, I look so different. I'm like, did I ever look that bad? And then I'm just like, to myself, I'm like, I look the same. And then I was looking at like old pictures of myself because I was getting in the conversation about like with Crystalia, and people were like, well, some of those girls are 18, and I was like, 18 is still a child. Like let me look at myself when I was 18, and I looked back at old pictures of myself, and I was like, I'm looking at myself and I think that I'm hideous back when I'm like 18 to 21, and I'm like, it's weird. Like I do all these little things, and in my head I think I look the same, but then now I'm like, oh, like I've like created a new beauty standard within myself that I didn't even recognize. Like I think I look the same. I thought I looked pretty then. I think I look pretty now. But now I'm like, oh, like I think that my older version of myself is hideous, and now I'm like creating this new standard, which is kind of shitty.
Do you have issues with like confidence and stuff? Because like I would never see you as having like confidence issues because like you're, you know, so attractive.
Well,
Why do you sound like a guy trying not to harass her right now?
I am trying
Sound like
not.
if Tom was saying it.
Yeah, I didn't say fucking anything.
No, but that's how you would have worded it.
Into this, Brian.
Okay, it's like if I was saying it.
Dude. But like you know where you come from. Wasn't your mom like the original Hooters girl or whatever? She was.
if you go to any Hooters, there's a photo of her in a bikini with like abs, like laminated in every Hooters bar.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's
Oh, wow.
so weird.
They haven't updated it?
Well, no, she's like one of the originals, so like they put her on like she's still in the playing cards, and she's still like on all. She was like,
Okay.
like she's like one of the early Hooters girls, so they have her in everything.
What?
So.
When did you know? Like, what age did you know that?
I went to go do that open mic, and remember that
You were like,
show?
that's my
on
mom.
Hollywood
And I went
Boulevard?
to get a beer, and I looked down, and like, there's my mom.
That
like,
is so fucking
Oh my
funny.
God.
I was like, oh my God.
You didn't know till you started doing comedy?
Well, I knew that she had done that, but I didn't know that she was in every Hooters.
Oh, that's crazy.
I thought that maybe they had updated it or something. I didn't know that they have her laminated at every bar across America.
Wild.
Wow.
Sorry, Nicole asked you something, and I want it now. I'm like, I want to talk about Hooters mom, but like, yeah, dude, sorry.
No, we can talk about Hooters, Mom. My point is, you have good genes.
No, I think my confidence is actually like, I don't know. I think I like have unrealistic confidence because I gained a bunch. I gained like 45 pounds and I didn't notice it until and then I went to the K-Spa and I went to go weigh myself and I was like, oh, this scale's broken. And then I ordered a scale on Amazon. I got the scale and I was like, it was the same thing. And I was like, this is broken as well. And without even anything, I kept complaining with Amazon. I got 3 scales. And then I realized, oh my God, I've gained like 45, almost 50 pounds. And I just didn't even notice it. I just thought, and I have the confidence where I thought that these clothing companies' sizing was off. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, which is crazy. I was just wearing stretchier clothes and I didn't notice that I'd gained all this weight. And also, I think that whenever I don't have makeup on, because I really am, I feel like I'm not hot without makeup. And instead of thinking like that I'm like a hot person, like instead of thinking that I'm like, oh, I'm a catfish, like I'm only hot with makeup, I think the opposite. Like when people are not nice to me because I don't have makeup on, I'm like, this person has no idea I'm hot. Like, I feel like when I'm not in makeup, I think I'm an undercover hot person.
That's so funny. Do you get treated differently when you're wearing makeup versus?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm like invisible without makeup, I think.
That's crazy.
Like, and then whenever people do hit on me, I'm like, you're a good person.
Get away from me.
Like being creepy. I'm like, wow.
I feel like I get hit on more when I feel like I look like trash, but but because I think I attract guys who pounce on the no confidence thing. They're like, oh, she hates herself. I'm gonna get on this. It's when I have that like, oh, don't look at me kind of like thing that they're like, yeah. That's when I get hit on the most, you know.
But yeah, my mom was if you go back when I was in. What grade was I? 8th grade. There was this cardboard cutout of my mom in front of her Hooters, and like people would take pictures with it.
Wow.
And they would like send it to me. They'd be like, "Oh, I was with your mom or whatever."
That must have been tough with like friends.
Yeah, you're like, I know you're
having a
beating
hot
off to my mom right now.
So weird because they could look her up and she'd be like, because she was in like muscle magazines and stuff like that too, like just in like a really tiny bikinis, and they would just like everyone in middle school had a photo of my mom in like a very micro bikini, and they were like, "Have you seen Madison's mom?" And they was like, "This is like early Google."
Yeah.
And I remember it was like a big deal that if you Googled her, like all these photos would show up because usually like now.
What's your mom's name?
You gotta look her up.
Yes, I really want to.
Sherry Door.
Does she like that? Does she like that she's in every Hooters and stuff still?
What?
Does she like that she's still in every Hooters?
I think so. I think it's like she's proud of her old like photos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
And she still looks great. She looks great then. Oh, it's like, do you know how to spell it? It's spelled like
Getting some
for the
Hooters.
listeners at home.
It's it's spelled like do her. Yeah.
For a second, I was really confused by what you just said.
Yeah, that's why I had to.
Yeah.
I had to go by a different. That's why I go by Madison Sinclair, my middle name.
Do her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't want to be Madison Dewher.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people would bring me like even like
Sure.
people on stage, but also like both of my graduations, like high school and college, they were like Madison do her. I'm just like, damn it.
Yeah, I imagine middle school was a lot of like, even like, yeah, being like, have you seen Dewher's mom? It's like such a
It's not great.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember even there was a kid at like my elementary school with the last
Your name
Sex-
objectified you.
There's a kid with the last name Sexton, and I remember just being like, oh, Sexton, like just
Yeah.
because their last name had Sexton.
I went to school with a girl named Sarah Head.
Oh God, that's not great.
Oh no.
It
Damn.
was fun.
Yeah, I got like, did you look her up?
I can't. Nothing's coming up.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
I can
Can't
show you
find
photos
Sherry
of my.
Dewar.
if you
It's
guys
okay. I'm not.
see my
I
mom.
more wanted to see, like, I just pictured it being like a time capsule.
Oh, with Hooters girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I feel like when I first heard that when you first told me that your mom was the original Hooters girl, I looked her up and yeah, pretty hot. Pretty hot. It's my mom.
This just proves men can't Google
Men can't.
because you were
Google.
able to find her.
Well, she also spells her first name kind of weird, too.
Is it like with a C or?
It's just-
Do you want to say it on the pod? You don't
Yeah,
have
that's
I
the
know,
other
what I'm like
thing.
worried about
You
because
don't
like
have to.
Yeah.
Just like kind of want all the.
We can talk about it later.
Because there are some perfs. I will say because I
Not like me and Brian, who are just doing it for
It's-
good, honest journalism.
it shows it shows like with the different episodes, like what people Googled to get to the episode or whatever. And like I was just saying that Felicia's episode just like blew up because people have been Googling Felicia Folks or whatever because she had a stand-up video like go viral or whatever. And but the second most viewed episode is Katrina Davis's episode where it's the first one where Tom takes his shirt off. And the reason is so the title is Deep Ass Belly Button, and all the Google searches that were like belly button, deep belly button play. So it was all just people like
That's
looking
SEO right there,
like,
search
wow.
engine optimization.
people looking for belly button stuff, and they found our
Did you hit,
podcast.
like,
I thought it was my listeners from other shows coming to see me shirtless.
But they still did fast forward to Tom shirtless, so they jerked off to Tom's belly button for sure.
That's awesome.
I've realized I am absolutely a type for very specific umbrella subsect of gay men.
Yeah,
Bear.
bears
Yeah.
would love.
Yeah, you're a bear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've had some very weird DMs.
and all,
You're a bear with cub energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh well, but still, the chastity belt thing is still the weirdest thing you've been offered money for. No belly button stuff.
No.
The belly people, they didn't find you on Instagram? The belly button people?
Yeah, no one.
I mean,
DM'd you about your belly button.
I've been just getting a lot of like that's what's so sad about comedy is like I'm like I posted a stand-up clip and like fucking 8,000 people watched it and I'm getting followers. The reality is just pervs looking for belly button shit. Like you don't know why people are following you. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Do they put their penis in the belly button?
I don't know. I've never had my stomach fucked. I've had my stomach pumped, but that's a different thing.
Because I just want to know why they want the belly button deep.
Maybe.
Finger it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
For some reason I'm remembering. For some reason I'm remembering like a scene from a movie where someone's like fingering their own belly button, and someone having someone wash a car and being like, "Yeah, get in there real slow." Like, what movie is that?
I don't know.
No idea.
I feel like it was Dodge.
I think it was a lucid dream you had about the Pillsbury Doughboy,
think it
if I'm
was
being completely honest.
it was Dodgeball or something like that. But if you put your finger in your belly button and you press hard enough, you can like feel it in your groin area.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've brought that up and people looked at me like I was insane.
Oh, really?
Like when I push into my belly button, I feel at the tip of my dick.
Yeah.
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 I
well,
think I'm too fat for this.
I think that's part of the reason why, like, when you eat pussy, you should push down on the lower like stomach because like it does something. You know, you guys do that. Go push the lower stomach.
Apparently in 2012, it was the second most popular fetish searched on Google.
Wow.
Really?
So I had a big.
What was the first?
I would mention
Kids.
feet. It had to be
Feet,
feet.
probably feet. Yeah.
I've been offered money for feet pictures.
Okay, I didn't know where that was going because you just talked about kids.
Oh no! They said, "What's the weirdest one?" And as a punchline, I said, "Kids."
And that reminds me.
Yeah, I've had a couple people offer me money for foot pictures.
All right, Mount Rushmore of fetishes, go. Probably feet. I wouldn't put belly buttons.
I
on
wouldn't
there.
either. I don't care how
Yeah.
many people look at. It's not Rushmore worthy.
No, it'd be feet. Probably See,
What about cake sitting? That's a funny one.
I have heard of that one.
That's a really funny
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I have heard of that one, but I don't know if it would be on the See, I'm afraid to call certain things a fetish because I don't want to get canceled. So maybe not this one.
You don't want to be like big black dicks. Right.
What's wrong with big black dicks?
I don't think that's a fetish. I think that's just
Yeah.
That's
It's,
Preference?
preference. No, but it's funny that feet and belly buttons are like two top because those aren't like inherently sexual.
they're the
Parts
stinkiest
of the
parts. I think
body.
that has a lot to do with it.
They are the stinkiest part because a lot of people are into like that armpit
Stink,
stank too, huh?
Now
Yeah.
you're making me question because over COVID, because I've never even like put my finger. I don't know why. I was like, I had decided to like clean out my belly button. I've like
Sure.
never thought to clean out my belly button.
Lot
I don't
of
know
free
if that's something
time.
you should be doing. And like my belly button is very deep, and I was like, oh my god, there's like a little pocket in there,
Yeah.
and I pulled something out of it, and
Yeah.
I was like mortified, and I tweeted
What
about
did you
it.
pull out? Like
It was
fuzz?
like this thing
A
that was like
map?
this big.
Oh my
It, was
god!
like, it looked like a fetus, not a fetus, but like it was.
A baby
Did you
sock.
abort yourself? Did you accidentally abort your fetus through your belly button?
I was like, what is this? It was like this like long.
Leftover umbilical cord.
I don't know what it was.
That's
But I was like
crazy.
mortified. I was like, is this just the accumulation of me not cleaning
Does your
this
belly button
pocket?
go down into like? Does it stop anywhere? Or does it like go into your body? That's a
I
dumb
have like
question.
a pocket in
It
mine.
absolutely
It's
stops.
Like
It's not an open wound.
Mine
or
is
like-
a pocket. 'Cause I can
Yeah.
put stuff in there apparently.
I do remember I remember when I was sleeping in a bunk bed, and you know the popcorn ceilings or whatever.
Yes.
I was sleeping in a bunk bed and like was sleeping whatever just in underwear, and then like the popcorn ceiling stuff would like end up in my belly button. So like I had to like get the popcorn ceiling shit out of my belly button like in the morning. Oh, it was so fucking weird. Yeah.
My mother always made me clean my belly button. Yeah, we all
Really?
had to clean our belly buttons. Yeah, you put lotion on a Q-tip and rub it
You just
around,
go in there.
and it would come out dirty as shit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
It was one of those. It's like you have nothing better to do in quarantine. Like I might as well
Yeah.
clean my belly button, and now I do it because I think that.
I
you
guess
have to.
I do like in the shower with soap, but I've never thought to like really get in there with a Q-tip,
Well, you should. Apparently, like things get stuck in there, and then it grows a fetus.
Oh my god. I'm kind of afraid now. Have you ever cleaned out your belly button, Tom?
I mean, yeah. Now, yeah.
No.
There's shit gets in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hair, like your hair, like I'm super hairy, so like it's like dead hairs, like hair will fall in there and shit. And
Hair will
lint.
fall in there. Wow.
You guys get the lint in the belly button?
Bugs and shit probably crawl in
Yeah.
there sometimes.
Dead guys.
Dead guys. Yeah.
I did send someone a photo of what I pulled out of my belly button. She said she did throw up in her mouth.
That's pretty hardcore.
It was someone I was talking to. I was like, look what I found in my belly
Was it
button.
like satisfying though? Because I feel like when I pull like wax out of my ear, it's so fucking satisfying.
Oh, I have all those like I don't even know if this is like gonna create some like weird mental illness, but these like scopes that you can use to clean out your ears, and then they have scopes you can clean your pores out with. It's like a very magnified camera. So I clean my ears out now with a magnifying camera, and then I clean my pores out with a magnifying camera,
Wow, that's some
Yeah.
like some high tech shit.
and I clean my teeth out with a camera too. It's like a little scraper, but it has a camera in it.
Do you have like a little TV and you like?
It connects
it-
to your phone.
Oh wow.
You have
Yeah.
a whole like production crew for your like. You're filming a special of just like like. I wish I
That's
had that
wild.
much camera access. Period.
They
Yeah.
have them on Amazon. They're like $25.
Okay.
It's not like crazy. I was just like,
How's the audio? I need to start filming my sets.
I think people would probably buy this footage too. I was thinking like if I sold the footage of me cleaning out my ears,
Oh
I
yeah.
would probably make a.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd get too curious. I'd be like, "What's up my butt? I need to see what's up my butt."
That's the
What's
first question people ask. It like, have you ever put it? I'm like, no.
I
You
mean,
can't really
like,
use it for the ears after the butt.
Yeah, then it's like
Once you
dropped.
use it on the butt, it's
no,
a
you
butt
gotta get a
camera.
separate one for the butt. You gotta get a separate butt cam.
Oh.
You know, butt cam is the new kiss cam. We're gonna start doing it at stadiums.
That's where you eat somebody's ass when the camera's on you at a show instead of a kiss cam.
I was imagining just someone like using their cheeks to pretend it's a mouth with some like just like
Oh, Ace Ventura
Ace
style?
Ventura, yeah.
I must not remember what part of the movie is that.
He talks with his ass a lot in that movie.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to eat with it.
Sure.
You want to eat with your
Do
ass?
anything you
In
want.
Soviet Russia, ass eats you.
You could eat. You could stick food up your ass. So, like, because you know how you can, like, stick alcohol or drugs up your butt and then that makes you high or whatever? If you stick food up your butt, do you get the nutrients from the food?
Yeah, didn't Janet Jackson used to stick coffee beans up her butt to give her diarrhea to lose weight?
Oh, they do coffee at
Enemas, yeah.
where they just put coffee up there. But I guess you can get a heart attack from it. Like you're not supposed to do it. It's like really dangerous.
Oh,
It's like
yes,
right
because
in your
it'll seep
bloodstream.
into your bloodstream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a really concentrated amount of caffeine.
Oh man, yeah. I guess you could stick stuff up your butt and it'll just go right into your bloodstream.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why you get so fucked
yeah.
up. That's
Yeah.
why when you drink booze with your ass.
But food
It's
is
like
solid.
that's why people like shoot up too.
Yeah. But but that wouldn't involve needles because I'm afraid of needles. So if I just wanted to like
Just put heroin in your ass.
yeah, then I wouldn't have to use needles.
Yeah.
People.
Man, this could change my life because I feel like the only reason I'm not a heroin addict because I'm afraid of needles.
The one time I
And
went to a
snorting.
harm reduction conference and they were talking about how Oxycontin is no longer. They got rid of the pill form of Oxycontin. A lot of people because they were abusing it so much, so they became this gel pads. And this guy goes, they made it a gel pad so you can't break it down and shoot it up, but it actually fits perfectly up your ass. So people were just putting Oxycontin gel pads up their ass. They'll find a way.
And pills, you can't make something perfectly shaped, put up your ass, and not expect people to.
I know.
Do it.
I agree.
People love.
I
their
wonder if it
asshole.
would work differently if I put my antidepressants up my butt.
You know what? I'm pretty sure
You're the
it would work
happiest person
differently.
alive
Yeah.
for 8 minutes at
You
a
think they'd
time.
work faster?
You write a musical.
I don't think you want them to work faster. I think
Yeah.
they're time released.
Yeah.
That's
It's supposed
true.
to be a slow.
But what if I just like need that extra kick of antidepressing?
We should.
I would take Molly before you shove Zoloft up your ass.
But Molly, you have the come down.
I'm
You don't think
sure
there's
there's
a come down from shoving Zoloft up your hooter?
Who? Not my hooter.
I was just trying to think of another word that besides ass.
No,
but
it's
it really-
pooter.
Yeah, pooter.
Yeah.
Pooter,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a hooter.
Or
and pooter.
shooter.
A hooter's a boob.
Yeah, no, I dumbed.
You dumbed.
I dumbed.
Could you shoot stuff into your nipple? And then there's
What
stuff.
the fuck are you asking right now?
Are you tired or
There's
something?
a vein in there.
Are you? Have you not slept for a little while?
I never sleep or
Was
eat
it?
anymore.
Yeah, are you asking if you can butt chug with your nipple?
At one point, this podcast is just going to turn into like my brain turning to
Yeah.
mush and slowly descending
It's
into
gonna be you in a
madness.
diaper shitting yourself.
And he's gonna put you in a catapult.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Tom will be screaming about Titanic, and you'll be catatonic shitting yourself.
Look, I'm not going to not try putting an antidepressant up my butt.
You might quit comedy if you do that. You're just
Because
gonna
I'll
be
be
happy.
too happy.
Yeah, so happy.
Please
I
don't do that.
I think I'm funnier when I'm happier.
That's
I think that depressed comic shit is all bullshit. I think that you are funnier when you're happier because you can just be silly.
I think that that's probably true too. I think some people just like want to justify why they have to go through shit. So they're like, well, maybe I'll do my best stuff when I'm like depressed or whatever. But then you're just like,
Yeah. No, because if you're actually depressed, you can't fucking get out of bed. You're
Yeah.
not writing your shit and you're not even going on stage. You were just laying in bed and jacking off.
Right, but your happy brain is writing about your sad brain.
Yeah.
You know, they work in tandem.
That's true.
but then you do reach a point, I think, where you get too successful and too like things end up being too cool, and then you're not funny again.
Yes.
I don't think that's about being happy, though. I think that's just about being rich.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you're...
Just too comfortable and out of touch, not having any experiences other
Yeah,
people
you don't
have.
understand what other people are going through. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when what do you call it? John Mayer's comedy is always like, oh, he's like, I hate going on dates with models. He's like, you know what I do is he's like, I just cancel my date with models and jerk off. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, don't you hate having to pick what car you want to drive? And everyone's like, what are you talking about?
For a second, I thought you said the wrong name, but I forgot. Oh yeah, John Mayer does do comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said John
And then I
Bear.
got a little
I
sad.
was like, who's John Bear? This guy sounds super famous. I've never heard of him.
I canceled dates with models and jerk off.
Everyone's like, I would love to go on a date with a Swedish model. What are you talking about?
Christ.
I appreciate that he's so because comedians would know that that's not relatable, so they would try to be relatable because often like with male comics when they get super successful, the material turns into just the wife
Yeah.
Right.
because everybody can relate to that, but he doesn't even know that that's unrelatable, which is kind of
he's
charming.
not even saying that to be funny. He's just actually
just-
like.
It's just this.
He's trying to be like mainstream comedy.
You guys know when you fucking cancel dates with models and just to jerk off? Like, you guys ever have those days?
Yeah.
Those are the days when I'm really depressed, you know?
Don't you hate it when the adrenochrome gets stuck in the tube and you can't?
Don't you hate it when they can't put the helipad in the summer house?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What even propels people like that to do comedy?
Helicopters.
Narcissism.
Sorry.
Like what?
I'm sorry.
Propel. Nice, dude.
Thanks. It's wordplay humor.
I'm kind of over comedy being like mainstream. It's like that's a new like it's become a like now celebrities wanted like it wasn't that way. You know,
Oh,
like,
stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
stand-up.
comedy is
Yeah.
very
comedy.
mainstream as it gets.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
but
You
stand
heard
up.
of Lucy?
The Ball?
Yeah.
I love her. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
but
like
yes.
musicians want to do it.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
And so, like, and it's just like now it's just like famous people talking about famous bullshit and like it's like lies. They're just like it's. I mean, it's all lies, but it's like even more like higher concentrates. Like,
Well, it's also a place to go after a sexual assault accusation.
yeah,
It's like a class.
cool.
Whenever a
Yeah.
famous person gets accused of sexual assault, it's countdown till they're at the fucking open mic.
Yeah.
You know, doing the fucking jokes.
Oh man.
Because it's kind of like the only group that, I guess music, you're allowed to do that and still do it, but comics don't care. Like, you can really do whatever, and people will still go and watch your
People will
show.
violently defend you no matter what you've done. Other comics will like fall on the sword for you.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like, who are we defending? What did he do? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wish stand-up comedy wasn't like the Saddam Hussein hideout for pedophiles. Jesus, where they can just kind of hide in plain sight. It's terrible. Rethinking all my life choices now.
You really
told
are.
to not be a pedophile.
Look, I mean, my hero Gary Glitter. I'm so fascinated by him now. Now that I learned about Gary Glitter
That
from
sounds
Brian
amazing.
and Kyle.
Who is?
Gary Glitter, he's a pedophile. that-
Hey,
the way you first started singing
Yeah, that was way off.
That's a song?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
would know it if somebody else did it.
I'm not a musician.
By the way, I would like to correct. It wasn't little boys. It was little girls.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
better.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I think we misspoke on a previous episode that it was little boys. It's actually little girls that Gary
Because you don't
Glitter.
want people to think he's gay.
You know what made me think of it earlier today is because I was listening to the Spice Girls and
They covered him
Yeah.
in Spice World.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
movie. They sing one of his songs.
one of my favorite movies. I love Spice World.
Did he
Me
go to
too.
prison, or is he?
Yeah,
just
he's
out?
in
Yeah,
prison
like
alive now.
Cambodia.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Or something.
No, he's in prison in England. I have a whole bit about it, but he's banned from Vietnam and
Which
Cambodia.
is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's the premise of the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did he get banned from Vietnam?
He got caught too many times. It is illegal there. That's the thing people don't understand.
Yeah.
It's just easier, but it's still illegal. It's like weed in California. It's like
Yeah.
federally it is illegal, but you can go to a store and buy it.
Jesus Christ.
That's not the bit. That's just me talking about Thailand life.
just-
I
yeah,
promise
being-
you I didn't do a bit.
Gary Glitter is
I
Gary
promise
Glitter
you.
isn't actually my hero. That is a good song though. Anyway,
Rock and
what do you
roll,
think is
rock
the
and
worst part of being alive? It's a question I ask every episode.
The worst
did
part
great.
about being alive
Yeah.
is having to come to terms with your own mortality, maybe? And like having everyone.
I don't
For a
think
sec, come to
die.
East LA to
Yeah,
record
I
a
thought you were
pod.
gonna say come to this podcast. Just the way you were like, do I say it? Tone of your, like, do I?
I felt a wind up.
I hope they're not like offended by the fact, like,
No one said that yet. I think because people are like, oh yeah, I'm ready to die.
well, yeah. Also, like, I don't think, yeah.
I'm finally scared to die. Like I wasn't before, and now I'm like, oh man, I don't think I want to. And so I think now that anxiety kicks up to where like I'm afraid to get in a car now.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, it's it's been a long road.
Do you feel like if you get your ears clean enough, that's another day guaranteed of being alive? Is that like part of it?
You think that this is my OC?
yeah.
And if I clean my ears enough, then my family will live.
Yes.
See, that's where I'm at. Is I don't think about my own mortality as much as my mom's.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible. That's my biggest fear is my mom dying. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we're so. I was on the phone with her for today. Like I feel like she's like we talk every day for like at least an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not afraid of death, but I am afraid of catapults now.
Oh god, good because you're dead.
Yeah, it was a callback.
Yeah.
Would you want to be catapulted when you die?
I don't care.
You don't care what
I'm-
happens to your
yeah,
body
I'm
when you
fucking
die?
dead. Like, what? Like, I'm not gonna feel whatever the fuck happens to me.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You don't care?
Give me to Gary Glitter. I don't.
You'd let
yeah.
people fuck.
Yeah.
You'd let
He'd
people.
be disgusted by you.
Oh yeah.
Look at all that body hair.
Would you let people? Would you let people fuck it?
I wouldn't have anything to do with it. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, but I'm
it's
sure
somebody else's choice.
I'm sure
not
you,
mine.
you could write it out in your
Sophie's.
will. Don't let people fuck my dead body.
Doesn't mean they're gonna listen.
That's true.
Yeah, you can also on Uber Eats say don't put your dick in this, and they're just gonna be more likely to do it. I feel like
That's true.
Have you ever written that in the
think
notes?
people do
Special
that?
notes,
don't
please.
put your dick in my smoothie.
Do you think people do that?
I think they are. I feel like I
Oh
would.
my
think
god!
about
I
it if
never
was
even
doing
thought about that. People could do that, and you would never know.
it. You would have no idea.
How have you never thought about that?
I don't know. That's
I-
a whole new fear now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I did Postmates and Uber Eats and all that shit, and I never.
Thought about it?
Oh, I think about everything. We heard me scream about the Titanic, but no, I've never done that.
Oh my god!
You never thought. You never ate once any little bit of someone's food.
No.
That I'd be fine with. I don't care if they eat my food, but don't put your dick in my food.
Well,
or
they also
come in my
usually have
shake.
like little seals for a lot of the restaurants.
That's true. Oh yeah, they're not allowed to open the bag. That's true because yeah, I get mad sometimes when they forget to put like the sauce or whatever in there, and then they're like, "Oh, sorry that we couldn't like
Check.
we can't open it and check." And I'm like, "Oh, that's fine, I guess."
Yeah.
That's like after COVID, though. I think before COVID, they were putting their dick in it freely.
Easy. Nobody would know.
I never ordered from Uber Eats or anything like that before COVID, and then after COVID, I was like, "Why would I ever do anything else? Like, why would I go?"
You know why? Because I don't want my
Yeah.
food unsupervised for a length of time.
I get that, but I'm such a lazy piece of shit now. Like, I mean, I always have been, but I didn't know how many tools were available for us to be a lazy piece of
Yeah.
shit. Like Instacart, never going grocery shopping.
Oh, when I
again.
got first time I got COVID, I used that. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Why would you ever go grocery shopping ever again?
Dicks.
Put dicks in your groceries?
Here's part of the reason I never. Well, this is a funny shape for the top of the ice cream. No, part of the reason I would never fuck with anyone's food because when people see me, they go, "This is exactly the kind of guy I'm afraid would fuck with my." Like I look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's just
You want to be unpredictable.
no. I just look unpredictable.
Yeah,
I'm the wild card, baby. I gotta be as down the middle as fucking. I can't.
Yeah,
I gotta hope they wash their hands even more thoroughly before they prepared it. I'm adding my own stickers to the thing. Like
For
I don't
sure,
want
if you delivered
anyone.
me my food, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm afraid of what this guy did to my food."
Yeah, that's why I'm always. Yeah.
I could get away with it, but I think that people would pay more for me to put my pussy on their food.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, and people would pay him to put his dick in food too, but they have to see him, and it has to be their type.
They have to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that I don't want to. Is what I'm realizing is a huge part of
You
it.
would have a higher success rate with random
Why is that such a hilarious image of just like putting your pussy on someone's food? Just
on pad thai.
that is
Do you mind
so
sitting on my
fucking
pad thai
funny.
before you leave it at my doorstep?
Can you rub your pussy on my Subway sandwich?
Oh my god.
No one eating at Subway has get pussies to do things for me, buddy. other than Jared.
My ex-girlfriend, that was so weird. She like comes from like all this money and she loves Subway sandwiches for some reason. And I was like, when I was like living off, because they accept food stamps, I was eating Subway sandwiches every day when I lived in Hollywood. And I was like, why are you choosing this life for yourself? It was weird. She found it kind of quaint, I think.
Nate Bargatze has a funny joke about that, where he's like, I only eat at chain restaurants because I like to know the place is doing good. He likes to know where he's eating is succeeding, and that's always made me laugh.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like chains that remind me of home because it's like back in Orlando. It's like its only chain restaurant.
You're from Orlando?
Yeah.
I didn't think people came from there. I thought they only came 2 there.
Yeah, my childhood was like all about chain restaurant. Like if we were gonna go somewhere like oh, it's like a fancy night out, we were going to the fucking Claim Jumper, you know?
Yeah, I always thought that was Clam Jumper. And I was like,
I thought Clam Jumper too.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of a weird name.
No, clam jumpers when you eat the pussy and press in the lower stomach.
That sounds like an old-timey Western rapist. Like Wild Bill Hickok, the Clam Jumper.
It's the Hamburglar's friend. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's Claim Jumper?
It's
What does that
Claim
mean?
Jumper. I don't know. I think like maybe like staking claim to land. Like I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but it's definitely not Clam Jumper.
I thought it was a clam shack as well.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Clam jumper.
Watch out for Uncle. He's a Clam Jumper.
Cover your holes.
That is a good like euphemism for rape.
Yeah, it really is.
I got clam jumped the other night.
When you really
arrested-
want to keep the emotional
I got
distance
I got
between what
arrested.
you experienced.
What are you in for? Oh, you know, for jumping clams.
Yeah, I tell you what,
Can't
I'm a
just.
Clam Jumper.
I didn't want to do it. I just couldn't stop jumping clams. It's just-
I love it.
So this is a question, but we'll also kind of wrap in a plug, which is your bummer shop stuff. So Madison sells shorts that just have depressing facts on the back of them, which I don't know if it makes the.
I didn't know this.
I don't know if it makes sad facts sexier or but sadder, but. What's the saddest fact you think you've put on a pair of booty shorts?
Well, someone said, "Give me the saddest fact possible," and I put kids as young as 5 commit suicide on the ass.
And that's like mass produced? Like you have that in all sizes?
No, I did it for one. And someone was like, "Why did you send this to me?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"You said the saddest fact."
Yeah. You get what you ask for.
Wait,
Yeah.
they said, why did you send this to
They
me?
were like horrified by it. But they said,
you
"Give
asked
me
for
the
the saddest fact.
I think because they saw the other ones were like, everyone you love will die. So I think they were expecting like, and it's about global warming and stuff. And they're like, it's probably going to be about the water levels rising.
Yeah.
And it's about toddlers jumping off buildings intentionally.
Yeah. Well, you
Well,
know,
that's fucking on them because
Yeah.
I view that as you delivered.
That's what I
That's
think
like
too.
when people say roast me, and then you say something about them and makes them cry. They're like, I thought you were gonna be like my hair sucks. Like,
No,
no, you said be mean. I'm gonna be fucking mean. Yeah.
I love your videos that just show people specific requests and then the thing that you come up with because they're often very entertaining. Yeah, you guys should check out the Bummer Shop because
It's just booty shorts.
Yeah, just booty shorts with things on the back, and then I did one with the guy who raped me in college. I did a QR code to his what do you call it, obituary on the ass, because he killed himself after apparently. Because over COVID, I was like a lot of time to think. I'm like, I wonder what happened to that guy who sexually assaulted me, and it turns out he killed himself right after.
Yeah, the suicide rate's high with Clam Jumpers.
Clam jumpers, also building jumpers.
also bridge jumpers. Yeah.
You jumped off a Clam Jumper.
Clam jumpers are both names for bridges and rape now.
He jumped off a 20-story clam. But no, I put his obituary on the back of the shorts because I was like, why not? And I put it in a little QR code. And now I realize I can do QR codes. You can put anything on an ass. It's just kind of fun to put.
So now it's the QR code is printed on the ass,
Yeah.
and then so it takes you somewhere on your phone. Okay.
So it's fun if like someone takes a picture of my ass, then they're just gonna they're just gonna see my rapist
That also is
obituary.
just an excuse for someone to take a picture of your ass. Like,
I
no, I'm
know.
just trying to scan the code.
Yeah.
Did
Now I'm
multiple
imagining a guy
people
just
buy
going
those
like
shorts, or those
this.
were just your personal
That was
shorts?
just a personal. I was like, I'll just do a video with this because I thought it'd be fun. Because it was like now like exploring what you can put on an ass. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
kind of fun
no,
to
it's
me.
a great idea. Honestly, I want to order one so bad, but I've just been thinking of the perfect thing
Of, like,
to
what
put
your
on it.
factor
But
would be.
maybe I'll just let you.
I mean, everything hurts makes perfect sense.
Yeah. What, everything hurts?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll get some promotional booty shorts for Tom to wear.
I do sell for men.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are they booty shorts or are they just like men's shorts?
They're booty shorts.
Good.
I would
good.
imagine you own a pair of booty shorts already, right?
I own cutoffs,
You could for sure rock a pair of
but
booty
that they ride pretty high.
That's
They're
nice.
stretchy.
Yeah, they do.
I think I could. And I'm told they have a comfortable inseam.
Okay.
So, I know you're worried about the comfort of your penis.
There's a difference between shorts and
And a-
cage.
Well, I'm just saying.
Like, I don't need a key to take off these booty shorts.
No, but
Not that I'd ever take them off. It's a great product. Don't want to say anything wrong about. I just said like
Bummer
Arrested
Shop?
Development starting just wear those all the
Is Bummer Shop its own account and everything, or is
Yeah.
it on? Okay, yeah.
I made like a website for it and everything. Because at first I was just like bored and I was just
Uh-huh.
like crafting over the pandemic, and then this video blew up, and then people are asking me to make them, and now I have to like figure out taxes and stuff. And
Oh,
it's like a whole
good Lord.
business. Yeah.
I sold a shirt as a joke. So this open micer guy, you guys all know, but I don't like giving him attention. He threatens to kill people all the time, and he threatened to kill me. And one of
This
the
could be so many people.
one of
I
the-
know.
I took one of the lines from his message, his DM, and I made a shirt out of it. And I promoted it as like, like flipping haters' comments into money or something like that. And it sold a shitload. And I was like shocked. I
What was
like,
the line?
fuck all your friends, bitch.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's so
I made a
funny.
decent chunk of change off of that.
Oh, I think I know who this comedian
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It,
You all
like,
do.
does he make lists on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. I've been on one of those lists also.
I imagine all three of you have probably caught
Yeah.
something from him.
No,
Yeah.
I was on the list.
I'll ask you after the.
But yeah, the Bummer Shop. Anything else you want to plug?
I'm gonna do a virtual show on April 15th.
Awesome.
So,
Tax day.
yes, tax day, and apparently people are like, "Oh, it's the first day of Passover."
How do they find that?
Are you Jewish?
No,
No.
but also, isn't it like a week?
It's like a month. I don't know.
I feel
I
like
don't know. Why am I even guessing? I don't know.
I feel like you can do a virtual show on Passover. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing a virtual show for that, and then that's and I have
It's a week.
and I'm doing Lesbian and Friends in LA on April 13th at the Dynasty Typewriter.
What's Lesbian and
I'm
Friends?
just starting a show with like lesbians and
And their friends?
and their friends.
Very cool.
And
All
it's
right.
just an excuse to get a bunch of queer women in one space.
Very cool. And you probably find all of that. And where can they follow you?
On what do you call it? On Instagram, Madison Sinclair.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
of course. Thanks for having me.
Everything hurts, everything hurts. Fucking life sucks, everything hurts.